Hi, Professor BJ here. I hope you had an amazing weekend, amazing day. I wanted to come and talk about a topic that I've discussed before. It's been a while, probably in the summer, or early fall, but very, very important as we approach the holiday season. Again, everything we say is for education and training purposes only. I wanted to revisit the topic of Employee Assistance Program. It's commonly known as the EAP for abbreviation. It is a free, let me repeat, it's a free company benefit. 90, probably 95% of companies offer this benefit. It is a free service, and what it is it's a resource for you, the employee. You don't have to pay anything. Most plans are set up so that you are able to get 3 to 6 free counseling sessions. The company outsources this benefit to a mental health company. These are trained professionals with the initials behind their names. They're not fly by night, no BS. No matter what you're going through, I can't stress this enough. In my opinion, from my HR experiences over the years, this is one of the most underutilized benefits that companies offer. We leave so many free benefits on the table. This is one that I would strongly encourage you to take advantage of during this season. So much is going on in our world. People being laid off, people, being furloughed, people can't find jobs, people are not able to survive, economy, just a whole checklist of things, having financial stresses at home, marital stresses, child care, elder care, stress, anxiety, and the other, the S word we can't say here on the platform, but very important. That's what they are there for, these trained professionals. Very simple process. There's an 800 number. You pick up the phone, you call, you tell them what your issue is. That's intake. Whoever you talk to on the line, they will put you in touch with they'll refer you to a professional in your area based either close to your work site or your home. Very simple. Please take advantage of this during the holiday season. So many people go into a dark space. Again, I'm not a mental health professional, but I've been in HR long enough to know that people are intimidated by this. They're afraid of the stigma. If you feel that you are in a mental health crisis, pick up the phone, call EAP. That's what they're there for. That's what your company's paying for. HR doesn't know where you're going. Your manager doesn't know where you're going. You can do it, after work, before work, weekends, depends, where you're located geographically. Very important that you seek help. Do it, if not for yourself, do it for your family, those who love you. Because this I know for sure, if you get to that dark space, sometimes it's hard to move away from that. You can get so down in that space, and we all know what that space is, that it's hard to overcome that. Don't let yourself get there. EAP is there, legal issues, marital issues, child care issues, any issue that you have, workplace issues, specifically workplace issues, manager issues, coworker issues, whatever your issues, financial issues, take advantage of this free resource. Did I say that earlier? It's free. So I strongly encourage you, take advantage of this. There's no shame in going to counseling. There's no shame in getting help. There's no shame in letting someone know in a safe space. That's what this is. EAP is a safe space for you. Tell them what your issues are. Maybe something that's so horrible that you don't want to tell anyone, you don't want to tell any family or friends. EAP is a safe space for you to tell this professional whatever that issue is that you have. Take advantage of that resource. I strongly encourage you. As I said, in my opinion, it's one of the most underutilized benefits that companies offer. So, if you feel that you need it, take advantage of it. There's no shame in it. There's no stigma. And I know, that's a lot to overcome, but you deserve to be whole, to be healthy physically, mentally, spiritually. And EAP is a good resource for you because if you were to go to a private counselor, you're probably looking at, on average 150 to 200 perhaps per session, maybe more, depends on geographically where you're located. But your company offers it for free. So why not take advantage of that? So, I would encourage you again, from my experiences, it is helpful if you're going through, if you've lost a lot of family members, if you dread holidays, which a lot of people do, because when you look at family photos, you look at milestones, you look at previous celebrations, half of the people, or maybe a third of the people, are no longer here. Maybe you've lost friends. Think about this. Take a moment. Since last year, November of last year, how many family, friends, coworkers, neighbors, relatives of these categories, how many people have you in your circle have you lost? Think about that. How many, they say 6 degrees of separation, but you personally, how many close people in your sphere, your village, have you lost, or that extended out of your village, but you knew of them? You knew a classmate, perhaps, you heard about a classmate passed on, or someone from your church, or, someone in the community, a leader in your community, a volunteer, or, if you were in a professional or any type of organization, someone that may have passed, um, you know, unexpectedly. That happens so much. That happens so much, so much, so much. And so this time of the year, a lot of people go through depression, they go through anxiety, they become very down because, again, you look at these pictures of those wonderful times that were shared, and a lot of the family members are no longer there. So that's very difficult to deal with. And some people, they get really down. So don't get to that space. And again, Professor BJ here. Have an amazing week. Reach out to those that are in need to the extent that you're able. If you have a family member, if you have a neighbor that has no family, surprisingly, so many people don't have family. They're the last person standing, and they're afraid to reach out for help. Take a plate over. Invite them over to with your family. These are very small gestures. If you have resources, take something to the nursing home, the assisted living. Many of those residents have no one. They are literally the last person in their families. They are there until the end. But think about giving back to others. Offer to serve at a homeless shelter. I've done that many times. That is such the most fulfilling and most humbling thing that I've done in my life. To see those that are less fortunate, it makes us very humble. That the things that we complain about, if you're in a homeless shelter, you have nothing. That's why you're there. And so, reach out, reach outside of yourself, if to the extent that you're possible. Don't harm yourself or your family. But if you have extra resources, which there are a lot of people that have extra resources, offer to donate, to, like I said, a homeless shelter, volunteer. Give. You don't have to have money, but your time. And so, again, these are just some ideas that I've been thinking about, because I know this time of the year gets really, really hard for a lot of people because of loss, because they're just in a bad space, headspace. So, again, take care. Have a wonderful holiday season. Think about me. Think about what I've talked about. Think about what I've suggested, and be well. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually. Uh, until the next video, take care.